Hi, I'm Andrea, and I care for my mother who's been living with dementia. On this channel, I share my caregiving journey, the lessons, the love, and the faith that carries me through. Let us encourage and support each other as we journey together.
Hello to all my YouTube family and friends. Thank you for joining me in another episode on my caregiving channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something that many people experience but don't always talk about openly. It's that heaviness that comes around this time of year when the days get shorter, the darkness seems to come quicker, and the weather gets colder, and then something just shifts in your mood. Have you ever experienced that time? Yeah, some people call it winter blues, others call it seasonal depression. And for caregivers like myself, it can feel like an extra weight on top of everything that we are already carrying around. So if that's you, I want you to settle in and just breathe for this moment. You're not imagining it. You're not a weakling. And you're certainly not alone. There's something about early darkness that affects the mind. The sun goes down at about 4:30, sometimes 5. And suddenly it just feels like the whole day has ended and it hasn't even really begun. And for many caregivers, that's right when you're trying to finish up the dinner, you're trying to prepare medications or just helping your loved ones to settle in for the night. It feels like the day is rushing away from you and your emotions can just go with it as well. And that's why I wanted to sit with you today, to encourage you, to be real with you, and just to remind you that even when the world around you grows dim, the light within us does not disappear. No, it doesn't. One of my favorite scriptures says this, and this is Psalms 34, verse 18. Reminds us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Sometimes you don't realize how close God is until you go through one of these seasons, one of those seasons that humbles you, slows you down, or one of those seasons that make you just sit in the quiet time. Yeah. Sometimes God meets you right there in those dim evenings, right there in the moments where you feel a little off, or you might feel a little sad or a little lonely. We often think sadness disqualifies us from being strong, but I want to flip that script for you today. Sometimes sadness is a sign that you've been strong for too long without any rest at all. Caregivers, especially, you carry so much weight every day. You show up early, day after day, even when your body is tired and paining or your spirit is weary. You show up. You pour into others even when you feel empty. Although we can't really pour from an empty cup, we need to remind ourselves of that. But you also push forward even when you don't understand what your own emotions are trying to say to you. And those dark days can trigger feelings that you didn't even know you had sitting inside of you. It triggers your anxiety. It brings on heaviness, discouragement. Even sometimes it feels like a sense of loss. But hear me clearly. These feelings are not a failure. They are just signals. They are invitations reminding you to pause, to check in within yourself, and to allow God and others to pour into you for a change. Let me tell you this. God sees you in the dark seasons. And when I talk about the dark season, we're talking about the physical dark, the emotional dark, the spiritual dark, the exhausted dark, the I'm holding on by a thread dark. And God doesn't turn away. He actually draws nearer to you. What a God, man. What a good God. Sometimes we look at people's lives online and all around us, and we think everyone is doing honky-dory and them doing so fine. Huh? You'd be surprised to know how many people are silently struggling right at this time. Why you think we have so much suicides? So you see those early nights and the cold air, the pleasure of holiday season, missing loved ones, feeling financially stretched, and caregiver feeling mentally and emotionally overloaded. It's serious. It's a serious thing. So if you're watching this and you've been saying to yourself, I don't feel like myself lately. I don't know why I'm feeling so down. Or I'm trying really hard, but everything just feels so heavy. I want you to put your hand on your heart for a moment and just breathe. You're still here. God is still holding you. And your story isn't ending in the dark. I want to continue by sharing a few ways how you can gently support yourself during this season. I'll tell you, give yourself permission to slow down. Early darkness can make you feel like you're not accomplishing enough. But your worth is not measured in productivity. If you need a slower evening, by all means, take it. It's yours. Second one I'm going to share with you is to let light into your space. Open your curtains wide during the day. Let in some light. Use warm lamps in the evening. Light has a way of waking up your spirit, your mind, and your soul. My third pointer to you is to stay connected because isolation can magnify sadness. Call someone, join a conversation. Don't withdraw yourself. Please don't withdraw yourself. My fourth tip for you is feed your spirit. Play nice worship music. Play something that you love. Some of you love classical music. Play something that will lift your spirit. Read a psalm. Say a simple prayer. You can, something simple, like, Lord, please be my light today. Please be with me where I am today. Carry me, Lord, when I can't carry myself. Something so simple. It's just having a conversation with God. My fifth tip to you is to take care of your body. Drink whole heap of water. I know in these times you don't really want the water, but because it's sending you to the bathroom. But drink water, stretch, and get some needed rest. I figure more or less that I'm getting old because these days I'm sitting down, I'm listening to a meeting, and I just start to doze off. I never used to happen before. So it's like I'm really tired. And my body just telling me that I need to take care of me. But get your rest. Sometimes the soul is tired because the body is also tired. Remember that. My sixth pointer to you is to talk about what you feel. Whether to a counselor, some of us don't like going to counseling because it comes with this sense that I don't want anybody to know that I'm being counseled because they're going to think I am crazy. But talk to someone. It could be a friend, or go to your journal. Start write out your feelings. Your feelings deserve space. And here's the big one. Remember that early darkness does not mean your life is getting darker. It is just the season. And I'll tell you, it's the season. It's the season. One that will pass, one that will shift, one that will eventually give way to longer and brighter days. Because after winter, we're going into spring and summer. Yes. So just like the earth turns, our lives turns too. Our joy is not gone, it's resting. Our strength is not gone, it's recalibrating. Our hope is not gone, it's watching for us to reach for it. Reach for it today now. So as we go through this season together, let me leave you with this heart reminder. God's light is not seasonal. Better believe it. It won't fade during the winter. It doesn't dim in hard times. It doesn't turn off when we feel low. God's light is constant. It is steady and available to you every single moment of the day. So if you need prayer, encouragement, or just a safe space to express how you feel, drop a heart or a message in the comments. This community is for you. My caregiving community is for you. So you don't have to walk through this season alone. Thanks again for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And before I go, let me encourage you to take care of yourself so you can continue taking care of others. And remember to love upon your loved ones right now while they still can appreciate your love. Walk good. Stay encouraged. And I will see you next week in my next video. I love you. Goodbye.